now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style. They be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you've been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down. Making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool. Tear it down. 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 Boosted up my cardio. I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down. 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 Everybody eating this a party one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tear out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing it did was veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no top.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And from his own end zone, Alontae Taylor will return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Strike two. Hey, three. Red, cycle.
Mond looks to throw on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Hey, red.
On second and 11 now. Mond. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Mond. This is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Luntz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the move to his left. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL. I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On the ball.
From the 25 on second down, Mond. They'll get this out to Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Bond looks to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A good return there, 17 yards. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Come on, set.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ridder making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taylor now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive to help themselves out.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Oh, nice move. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Here's Kamara, trying to run for it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Red, cycle. Red, green. Red, yellow.
From the gun, here's Mon. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
Ready.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Mond out of the shotgun. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Coup now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Mond. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That play disrupted and stopped for a loss by linebacker Troy Anderson.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Off the play fake, Mond. Sliding it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D'Angelo Malone. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
White. Black shot.
Mond going to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. This is taken at the 10. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes it to Ridley. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus the defense, because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try to turn around their fortunes.
23 yards the pickup there. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 4. Touchdown Falcons! Calvin Ridley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at the 40. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts from 17 yards out. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taylor now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Falcons have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Okay, break. Heel blue. Heel black.
Here's Mon. They're going for it. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
52 blasters. Ready?
They'll give it to Patterson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts away his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Mond.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
67 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Hurry!
Back to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
A 7-yard touchdown ground.
And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory.
But there are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
And they'll try to run the option here.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's end.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Desmond Ridder,
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
and the Falcons continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Kamara. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
70 yards rushing now for Kamara, and it's a first down.
Now in his 6th season, Kamara just continues to be one of the best dual-purpose backs in football. He's never missed a Pro Bowl, and he has the most total yards in the NFL since entering the league in 2017. He actually played in his fewest games in a season last year and still had over 1,300 yards.
Richie Grant in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. That's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
They'll drop to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Trouble, 38.
A give to Kamara running right. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Kamara trying to right side. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Now Mon.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And some space here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Cool for the extra point.
And
this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Barring a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Let's go. Ready.
And they will take a knee here. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division